Friday, a sad day for the family and friends of the youth baseball coach who was killed in a shooting last month on Highway 169 in Plymouth. Jay Boughton is being laid to rest. Before the funeral, members of Jay Boughton's family, along with the Plymouth Police Department, spoke to reporters. Delane Cleveland was there, and he shares their message.
It was 1 month ago today when Jay Boughton was killed while driving his son home from a baseball game. Prior to his funeral here at Messiah United Methodist Church, his family members said they wanted to move past the tragic circumstances surrounding his death and instead celebrate his life.
And today again is another opportunity for us to focus on that light. Let's be clear, what happened to Jay was evil, but we're not focused on that as a family. We want to focus on the light that Jay is, and the love for the family.
Family and friends from the world of youth sports and other areas of Jay Boughton's life packed the church to pay their respects. Family members say they've felt the love from everyone in the Twin Cities since the night of the incident. It was July 6th when someone shot into Boughton's vehicle. Video from traffic cameras was blurred that night because of rain, but police say the shooter's vehicle was a silver Chevy Suburban, model years 2015 to 2020. Investigators remain optimistic that they'll be able to find the person responsible.
Our detectives are extremely busy. They continue to be very busy, and I'm optimistic that every day we're getting one step closer to closing the case in this horrible incident so that we can move forward.
Last week, the law firm of Schwabel, Getson, Sieben announced that there's an additional $10,000 being donated to the Jay Boughton Reward Fund. Anyone with information should call Minnesota Crime Stoppers or the Plymouth Police Department. In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
There will be no cameras in the courtroom for the trial of the former Brooklyn Center police officer charged in the death of Daunte Wright. Kim Potter is charged with second-degree manslaughter for fatally shooting Wright during a traffic stop on April 11th. Thursday, a judge ruled that there will be no recording or live streaming of the trial. Under Minnesota law, in a criminal trial, all parties must consent to audio and video coverage, and Potter doesn't approve of the recordings. Potter's trial is scheduled for November 30th. Robbinsdale has a brand new market rate apartment complex where the Westfall American Legion once stood. Delane Cleveland takes us inside Parker Station Flats.
Being right by the highway, it's a great central location for anybody.
On the same spot where the Westfall American Legion stood for more than 70 years.
It looks great, aesthetically.
There is now a 198-unit apartment complex that officially opened for business on July 23rd.
This is going to be a 2-bedroom unit. It's just over 1,200 square feet.
Parker Station Flats is filled with many of the amenities people expect to find in a luxury setting.
So this is a split unit. And all the 2 bedrooms here, they'll have a dual decks.
The units have an open floor plan with two-toned cabinets, stainless steel appliances, and plenty of closet space in the master bedroom.
We have 1-bedroom units, 1-bedroom dens, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms.
Outside of the units, the building has a fitness center, a large lounge area, an open courtyard with a fire pit, grilling stations, and an outdoor pool.
I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air for the area, and the property kind of sells itself as we bring, potential prospects through here. They're just in awe on what they're seeing here.
The building gives people an opportunity to live in Robbinsdale who prefer leasing to home ownership. It's an option that was limited until recently.
Right now we're seeing a lot of people who are selling their homes right now, looking to downsize, and just want something where they don't have to keep up with the maintenance right now of a home. I think we're getting a lot of prospects from that point of view.
At the moment, staff members here say the occupancy is at 33%. But interest is growing.
We've seen a lot of traffic coming in, a lot of inquiries. People from all over, people coming out of the state, doctors, nurses, you name it, we're getting them.
It helps that they have a number of selling points, such as the close proximity to Hy-Vee, Crystal Lake, and downtown Robbinsdale.
Been very, very exciting. We've gotten a lot of good feedback from the neighbors here in the area too as well, especially seeing it from when it started, when we broke ground, to kind of where we're at right now. So it's been great.
For more information on leasing, we have a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
If you have little ones who always seem to have a case of the wiggles, Stages Theater has a special presentation just for them. Neil Persley explains in today's Weekend Showcase.
A farmer on the tractor says coming through.
Stages Theater has brought back theater for the very young. This year they decided to host their summer production called On the Farm out behind the theater. What? You didn't know there was a farm behind Stages Theater?
Our youngest audience members are going to be inside the farm. Our actors are acting around them, so it's sort of reverse theater in the round, if you will.
Theater for the very young is geared towards ages 0 to 5. So even if you're only 1 second old or 100 million seconds old, you can enjoy the farm.
I have always wanted to do a show that sort of celebrated the tradition of lift the flap books. So we have a barn, something opens, it reveals something else. We have a pigsty, something opens, it reveals something else.
Alana Nyberg from Robbinsdale plays the part of Chicken, one of the stars of the show, with a very limited vocabulary, unless you speak chicken.
Just one line. So that was my favorite part about it, is I didn't have words to remember.
Yeah.
Just my cues and what the lines meant.
Okay. Do you guys speak chicken? No, I don't. Chicken. Maybe we should see what's inside the barn behind the door, huh? Okay.
Anya Aurora from Plymouth plays one of the friendly farmhands.
Looking through the eyes of these little ones that come here, it is so bright and it really just makes your day happier, and I love that.
Each show is about 35 minutes long, and the cast is doing 3 shows a day through August 22nd. You can find tickets on the Stages Theater website. So bring the tykes down to the farm in Hopkins, right behind Stages Theater, and enjoy the show. For Weekend Showcase, Neil Persley, CCX News.
The high school girls hockey season is 3 months away, and one local team just hired its head coach, a man who is familiar to the program.
It was a homecoming of sorts for Jim Koltes. He was hired this week as Maple Grove's girls hockey coach, a program he previously coached from 1998 to 2008.
I'm really excited to be here. You know, I was part of some of the improvements here on the arena way back when I was here, and never really got to see him kind of come to a finalization.
Summer training for the players with the high school coaches is over, but they can work with parents and other coaches. Luke Johnson is a former Gopher hockey player who has coached in the Osseo Maple Grove Youth Program and is the father of senior defenseman Annika Johnson. He and others led the summer speed and strength program.
I think it's really, it was definitely better than last year because we got to get like a lot of new ideas and coaching with different coaches. So I think that the girls have grown a lot.
The group that's been out there on the ice with them have been, working them out, done a great job, and they've been really great in telling me what's been going on and things along those lines.
The process to name a new head coach to replace Kelly Crandall took some time, but the players say they are happy with how the summer ultimately unfolded.
I feel like it was the best thing that could have happened for our team, and I'm really excited for Koltes to be the coach. I'm really happy with the school's process of taking a long time. Honestly, I would rather them take a while and find a really good coach than do it right away.
Koltes is a teacher in the Osseo School District and has been Maple Grove's softball coach for 20 years now. For the last 11 seasons, he coached girls hockey at Champlin Park, and in recent years, the combined Champlin Park-Coon Rapids program.
I'm already familiar with the conference, familiar with the coaches, familiar with the personnel on all the teams. So that's a huge thing, and it just gives us, gives us a little bit of leg up that we're not coming into this blind.
Koltes is now working on assembling a coaching staff. Many of the Crimson players here will skate for various off-season leagues in the fall before the team comes together for their first high school practice in late October.
The Osseo American Legion baseball team had quite a run, winning the state title before losing their 2 games at the Central Plains Regional. As Jay Wilcox reports, one player made history.
She's a trailblazer. Osseo's Rylee is believed to be the first girl to play in the State Division I American Legion baseball tournament.
That's An amazing honor. I'm proud to be the first. It was really cool earning all the respect of everybody there at the state tournament and just proving myself, being able to play and make some really crucial plays to get us to the state championship game and win it.
Rylee says she's been welcomed by all the guys on her team and feels right at home.
It's like I have 15 other brothers like on this team, so it's really cool. I'm an only child too, so it's like I have 15 brothers that just are there to support me and cheer me on, and I do the same for them. So it's just a really cool little family we built here at Osseo.
You take 100 Rylees as your team on your team as far as teammate-wise, work ethic, everything. So that's something that's special. It takes a special person to want to give that effort day in and day out and just be a great teammate.
She's a champion weightlifter too, but when it comes to playing ball, Rylee says she'll stick with hardball instead of softball.
I joke with our fast pitch softball coach, Ruska, a lot, but he's always peeking in on the practices, the baseball practices. He's like, you know, Rylee, you can show up anytime at 6 a.m. practices this summer, you know. We'd love to have you. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'll stick to baseball.
Rylee knows some fans or opposing players might have been caught off guard by seeing a female player at this week's Central Plains Regional. It doesn't bother her.
Like for me, I've been playing baseball all my life, so it's just like it's normal for me. This is what I love. This is what I do. And you know, like people will be like, "Oh my gosh, is that a girl on the team?" And I wonder if she's good. And you know, that's where I like have to show them I'm one of the guys out here. I can play ball. And
being a pioneer or achieving a first is nice, but for Rylee Kara, it's first and foremost just about a love for baseball. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org.